I never thought that a basketball guy who just wanted to remain behind the scenes would eventually help so many basketball players pursue their dreams. Nor did I ever dream that I would become an interviewer. Funny how life works. This is our path. This is our dream. This is for our culture. The Curator Series. Here we are with another curator, Mark Williams. I'm here with my man to my immediate right, your left. I have Raphael Edwards, and he's going to tell you a little bit about who he is and what makes him a curator in the New York scene and also a bigger scene in the world, because many people don't know exactly who he is, but he's a big wig in the training profession. People don't like to be, brag about each other, but he's a big wig in the training profession. He's worked out with some of the NBA players. He's going to talk to you about that, how he got into the profession. Welcome to our Curator Series, sir.
Mark, thank you, man. Appreciate you for having me.
People don't know that we used to fight a lot on the court.
Word, a lot. That's how you got to be in New York City. You fight with everybody.
Gotta fight. But tell everybody what you've been up to. I know that you stopped playing maybe professionally. How long ago?
A long time ago.
11, 12?
I was like 29 years. I was 29 years old when I stopped. So 43 now. So
that's 14 years. So what have you been doing since?
I've been working hard, man. Training kids, training athletes, NBA players. Also training a lot of New York City socialites.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a big market. Because they got to stay in shape. They got to stay in shape. They got to fit those nice little tight little suits and stuff like that.
Yeah, they got to get ready for the Hamptons in the summertime and everything, so I help them all do that. Hamptons or Martha's Vineyard,
Oh my God, I'm home.
Yeah.
So exactly, when you say you're training the socialites, what exactly are you doing as far as physical training? You're not necessarily doing basketball, but you do.
No, I'm not doing basketball training with them. When I'm in the basketball world, I'm 100% saturated in that. Mostly NBA guys or NBA prospects. This summer I started something called the S.A.N.D program, which was Superior Athletic Natural Development. So I actually started a GoFund because a lot of kids that's not NBA prospects play basketball, want to learn, want to get better, but they can't afford to pay for that.
Right.
So I started the GoFund, got a whole bunch of donations, and then I was able to take my time and go train these kids all over the city.
That's outstanding, man. Not too many people really do anything for free.
Yeah.
Like free is like played out.
Yeah. You gotta,
everything's a business now, but I understand it. So that's been helpful for you as far as business is concerned. Like you really reaching the grassroots level.
I started it this summer. I did it for 10 weeks, and I think not only did it make a difference in the kids' lives that I took on, but it made a difference with me that I was doing it. It changed me this summer even more so, and I thought it was dope. I thought it was really cool.
That's dope. So how did you get into that? What made you see that there was nothing for the kids as far as that I shouldn't say nothing. It was less opportunity for them because of money.
Well, I'm always attached to work, so I'm always working. So like I said, if it's not clientele that I have, I'm in LA with Brandon, or now it will be New Orleans. It's always there. And when I'm in the parks, I see these kids with either their dads or with their handlers or coaches, and don't get me wrong, I think it's cool that they're taking the time to try and teach them, but they're teaching them everything wrong. And I sit there and I watch, and I'm a firm believer sometimes I should just mind my business. So I don't want to go up and say, hey, you're doing this wrong, but then your egos get involved in this, and this. And I was like, well, if I'm gonna criticize, I should try to do something to help it. I can't just sit back and criticize and be like, because at least that person is taking their time to do it. So then I came up with a creative way to justify me spending this time and me allocating 10 weeks to these 5 kids that I had.
That's dope.
Thank you, man.
That's really dope. Like I said, people don't give back as much as they should. Understandable, it's a business world. We got to put food on our plates, but I appreciate that. I'm sure that the kids also. So you're going to continue next summer? Are you going to expand it a little bit?
I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking about going the not-for-profit route. I'm playing with the ideas, but I want to make sure that I'm able to commit the time to it. I just don't want to do it and so I have to make sure, But one thing is dope that I know, like someone that was watching on IG, and they wrote me, they was like, yo, I think what you're doing is amazing. And one thing that the person said that really stuck out to me, they was like, no matter what happens, those kids will never forget you.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
And I thought that was, I thought that was pretty dope.
And growing up, it's a cliche. You help one kid, you feel like you've done something, but if you help, that was 5. Those 5 help another 5. Now you got 25 that came from
it's a ripple effect.
Yeah, started from your program.
Yeah.
That's dope. So you work with Brandon. And tell the people exactly who Brandon is and how did you get connected with him? Because I remember him as with Duke. He was Duke.
Brandon Ingram.
He was a fucking problem at Duke.
So he was a problem at Duke. So I was introduced to Brandon when he was a junior in high school. A very good friend of mine, like a brother, and I also trained him with Jerry Stackhouse. So Stack had his AAU team, and they were going to Vegas. So he was like, "Why don't you come down and train the kids for like a week or so before we go to Vegas?" So that's where I met B at. I'm not big with the whole basketball high school scene or nothing, so I didn't know who he was. They was explaining to me, yo, this is the kid, this is the kid. And like I was just watching him from then. And I was like, this kid really understands how to play ball.
Right, he does.
With the ball in his hand, without the ball, shooting, dribbling, rebound, he does it all. So then I remember I was getting to Jones to want to help athletes. And I hit Stack and I was like, yo, XYZ, why don't you help me train somebody? They was like, well, they don't really want to work. They don't want to get better. And I really want to help people that want to get better. I don't want to help you, I could just collect a check.
Right.
I just don't want to help you coast.
Right.
Like, if you're going to work with me, we're going to get better.
Right.
So Stack, I was like, so what about the young fella? So he was like, you know what, let me see. So then it started out with a week before he got drafted. He did some things up in Westchester a week before he got drafted. And then after his first year in the league, I put together something for the summer. And I said, this is what I would like to be able to do. I knew he was working with a lot of the Lakers guys skill-wise, so I didn't approach it that way. I said, Stack, let me get him stronger. So we went in that way first. So then I would come to sit in on his workouts while he was with the Lakers people, and I was watching the things they was doing with him, and I was like, this is bad. So then I said, young fella, I said, I know you got your people over there, so let me just work with your handle.
Incrementally getting
So
in
then
there.
he said, all right, let's do the handle stuff. So, I'm real unorthodox. I look unorthodox. I don't look like the typical trainer. I don't. So we doing all the ball handling stuff. He's doing it. And then he started, I guess, seeing improvements with it. I was like, young fella, I saw a little something with the jump shot. And I just...
weasel your way
I just kept going until I was doing the whole shebang. So then, we rocked out that whole summer. The kid gave me 110% the whole summer, 4 days on, 1 day off, 2 times every day. And then
that's after you got drafted, after the first year.
Yeah, after the first year.
Okay.
So then I gave him like the last 10 days off because we went so hard. I said, yo, training camp's about to start for you. Relax, do your thing. So then the camp started, the game started. He was struggling a little bit in the beginning. So I remember getting a phone call from Stack. True story.
Like, what the fuck?
Stack was like, yo, listen, man, I got the dudes sitting outside your crib right now, and they got the beam waiting on you. If this kid don't start to do shit, or you get that money,
run now. We need
that. That was a real conversation. I was like, yo, Stack. I said, listen, man, this is hard to watch. I said, I'm about to fly out there. Like, I was getting nervous. I'm sitting there, I'm like, he's not doing what we worked on. And I'm like, it's like I told Stack, it's like watching your little brother in a fight. And you can't help him. And he can't help him. And then, he changed it over and gradually started moving over.
Like January,
the second year, he started
getting it.
Stack was like, yo, get out there. So I went out there. So my thing was, in-season training is different than off-season.
Right.
So what I was doing was recording different moves he would make, showing him the spacing on the floor. And then that's when, that first year he didn't really like watching the videos.
Right.
But the next year where I got him with this past season, he took it up from 11 points a game to 28 points a game.
Right.
8 rebounds a game, 4 assists a game.
Right.
He really started paying attention to the video and the detail. And I was like, B, look at where the help is coming from. Look at what you're doing. You always want to go to the easiest way to score.
Right.
As a scorer, you always want the easiest thing. So we started going over that stuff. I gave him like a 6-7 move package. It wasn't anything crazy. He's like, listen, with how you play, B, you do these 6 or 7 moves, they won't be able to stop you. I said, and you got to think about it. In the way the NBA is set up today, they don't want to stop you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The rules are set up for you to destroy them.
Score.
And they don't want to really stop you.
Right.
I said, so we did like a 6-7 move package. I said, we're going to keep it light until the summertime again. And yo, he responds. He goes from Monday learning it to Tuesday in the game.
Word.
Yeah.
It was so crazy that the Lakers were talking about not trading him. Like he was not, like they said he was untouchable at one point.
Yes, when I got back out there, I had a little conversation with Rob. And Rob was like, Rob, word, like you doing it. But, you know, a lot of people think it's just the skills, just the basketball. I work on these minds so much. Like I'm in his head. Yo, this is what this is this. I'm sending him quotes from generals and leaders, and you know, so he can understand what great minds, great leaders thought about when they were doing whatever it is they were doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that really started sticking to him because a few times I said some things that was like, damn, da da da, and he would recite a quote back to me that I sent him on XYZ day, like, yo, Rod, da 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 da, remember? I'm like, yo, you're right, you know. So it was more of his mind, and then once he believed in everything that he was doing and how he needed to lead on the court and off the court, his mannerisms, his attitude. Then everything else just fell into the place skill-wise.
No, he took off. Now you got to go to New Orleans.
Yes. You know, he got hit with the blood clot stuff at the last part of last year.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so he had surgeries and everything. Because when they found out they couldn't make the playoffs, we was geared up to be like, yo, B, kill these dudes.
Right.
Don't care about not making the playoffs. This is your playoffs. Yeah. You go out averaging 40. And he was right on with me, bro. I'm gonna tear them up. I'm gonna destroy them. Then he got hit with the blood clots, and then they had to sit him down. But he's okay now. Surgery is good. He just got cleared to start training again.
Word.
So now, you know, we're looking at maybe November. I get with him. Like whenever they have a block of days at home, I could go get some work in. So, you know.
So he's just been recovering in New Orleans, or just chilling.
Yeah, and he started working out with them like probably good 2 weeks now, 3 weeks now, you know. So. Yeah, so the next block of days they have that's available for me to get with them is in November. So hopefully then.
Do you find that NBA teams have a hard time letting outside trainers get on the court with them? I find that really hard. Like they look at me crazy.
They do, but you just gotta. I don't take it personal. I think it's like, you know, they're just protecting their asset.
Right.
And when it comes to Brandon, that was their high.
Yeah, he was the one.
Investment.
Before Braun got there, right?
Yeah, so you know they look at me. I had a meeting with Luke, with Rob. Magic didn't make the meeting. I had a meeting with all of them, and then their trainer that they had hired, Gunnar Peterson. So they all sat down with me prior to me working.
I didn't get no meeting like that.
Yeah, so I had to sit down with them first. And I don't know what they was expecting. I came in like some cut-off shorts, some kicks, no socks. Yeah, you know.
They want you in a suit?
I didn't know what they wanted, but I wasn't gonna be in one. And then we sat down and just spoke, and I was me, confident, you know, knowledgeable, and I let them know, yo, this is what I see. This is what I think. If he becomes this, he can help your franchise, and this is the route that I'm gonna take to get him there. And that was that.
Yeah, that's pretty simple. See, you played basketball, so they know whether you had to prove to them that you know what the fuck you was talking about in that sense, right?
Yeah, but I think once you start talking to someone that's knowledgeable, they can tell. Okay, yo, no, this dude, this dude knows what he's talking about.
So New Orleans now.
New Orleans, big difference from LA.
Big difference. Big difference. But it's a good city though.
It's a good city, but it's not LA. It's not LA. It's not LA, fam. I don't want to think New Orleans is a nice city. It's not LA.
So, what do you think he needs to improve on, and to go to the next level as far as being a perennial All-Star?
To be like, so I have to get with him again to see where his mind is at again. But where we left off last year, he's a max player.
Damn.
Where we left off last year, because now he's also playing defense, which you don't get all the stars in the league doing that. And he's guarding 1 through 3 solidly. And in another 2 years, when he puts on some more size, he's gonna be able to guard the 4. You know,
especially the way the league is going now.
Exactly. So I think if his mindset, skill level, and everything, timing is where we left it from last year, he's gonna be in the conversation for All-Star game this year. He should be. Maybe a reserve if somebody gets hurt. B, you in. And next year, he's whichever team that gets him next year for that long haul, he's gonna be the dude.
It makes sense because although they got Zion, he's probably more polished than Zion is right now.
Probably, yeah. He
so,
is.
so I don't want to, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But he's probably expected to contribute immediately. So from training camp on.
Listen, it's Drew Holiday's team, and the fact that Drew's been there longer. Right. It's Brandon's show. This is gonna be Brandon's show. And while people are like, damn, they didn't want him to leave the Lakers, this may secretly be the best thing that's happened for him.
That was dope what you said. That's Drew's team. Drew's show. Drew's team, but it's B.I.'s show.
It is. And you gotta respect that. Drew is. You gotta respect that.
Right.
But Drew also knows, yo, listen, I gotta get the ball to the big fella.
On that wing. Let him go.
Yeah, let him do his thing.
I know when he was coming in as a rookie, he was doing a little bit too much on the wing. He wasn't as concise as he was towards the end. He was just he was doing dance a little bit too much.
Because that's what people believe wing and ball handling is.
Yeah.
And it's not. It's, yo, I'm gonna hit you there, send you over there, I'm gonna go ahead and lay you. But if you make me hit you again, I have it to do it and then do something else. But the score is you wanna save that energy.
Yeah, efficiency.
Bop, bop. Hello.
I think that handling, having a super Kyrie handle, which is like abnormal.
Yeah.
It's like having a cigarette in a container, just in case an emergency cigarette.
Just in case you could break.
Yeah, just like
just
I need it just in case.
And that's how you have to think of it.
Right.
I can always go to something else, but I'm trying to get to A to B.
Yeah, as soon as possible.
Yep, the best way I can.
So has that helped you as far as the fraternity, the NBA fraternity? They've been calling your phone?
It doesn't help that way. It's funny because
I know that.
NBA guys or professional athletes are like
weirdos.
Clingies. They're clingy. They can be a little weird. I'm a little weird too, so I don't mind that.
We all are.
And they want more of the fan trainer than the big brother trainer. To be like, yo, listen, no, this is what we're doing.
That's a good way of putting it.
I don't need to hang out with you. I don't need to, I'm with such you're a kid. I'm here to help you.
And I'm a grown ass man.
Yeah, and I'm gonna get you better.
Right.
You do what I say, you give me your all, and you will get better.
Right.
And they don't want a big brother trainer. They want the fan trainer more so.
Why? I know the answer, but why?
I think right now, professional athletes, the ego is fragile. Because you could mentally say, okay, I'm gonna score 100, and then will yourself to score 100. But once that ego is fractured a little, you're like, maybe I can't.
Right.
You're done. So I understand that. I was that way too. But I think now it's popular to have like the gimmicky guys doing like bouncing 10 balls and then throwing one off the head, and it's popular to have these guys doing it. The guys that we know that's doing it. So it's popular to have that, and it's popular to have Instagram followers and stuff. Like I just got on Instagram when I started training Brandon.
That's crazy.
Because I'm not,
No, you behind the scenes. Like nobody would ever know.
Yeah, so I just started getting on IG then. So the dudes have the 300,000 followers, and it looks cool, and this looks different, and this looks that. And they, like I said, they want the fan. They want the guy that's like, yo, I just want to be around you. You don't even have to pay for my services. And they want that. They like that. It strokes their ego, and I'm not that.
Yeah.
So
you're yelling. You're inspiring. You're challenging. You're passionate.
I'm teaching them. Empowering. I want to create a king. So now when he's on the court doing it, or when he leaves the court, he takes that and it still shines through.
Oh, I'm with you.
So that's more of my lane. So that's an acquired taste. Everybody. So it's not infectious through the league, and everybody's not jumping onto that because egos are too fragile for me. So
yeah, it's a different world we live in now.
Yeah, it's very different. And I just accept it. I roll the punches and I still stay in my lane, but it is very different.
It is very different. What as far as the training, the other aspect of training, when you look at these high school players now, high school, college, a lot of them look out of shape.
Yes.
Do you think that more emphasis can be given towards the actual performance component attached to being a basketball player?
Well, the reason, I'm going to tell you why they're out of shape. And I found out with myself when I was playing overseas. you get out of shape just playing the game.
Yeah, you gotta do more.
Because it's timeouts.
Uh-huh.
It's TV timeouts if you're playing there. It's free throws. But in the off season, when you actually get to train and you get to run and you get to this, that's when you're in shape. But you don't get to do any of that in season. And now with these high school kids, they're technically always in season. So it's AAU, which destroys the summer for them. And then now it's high school basketball. So they never get a time just to train.
Right.
So, you know, I told someone, I said, the top 50 kids, if they only gonna do AAU, let that be the showcase, and don't play high school ball. Get homeschooled, get a trainer, go twice a day, and learn how to groom your body, learn how to become a pro, train, get your schoolwork in, and then just showcase in the summer. That's what you're gonna do.
That's a great idea.
If you're the top 50, you don't want the 800th senior in his class, and the mom is like, yo, my son is gonna do this.
You need high school, bro.
you need that high school up the block. But for the top 50, and then you think about it, you take them out of harm's way. Because now everybody in the school know they top 50. This kid is going, some fights, this, that. So you keep them out of all of that, and you start growing them on how to get pro. You gotta train, you gotta get better.
So that's something you learn in Europe, but that's basically what they do in Europe. They have academies.
So my thing when I was in overseas, where I said I learned, I used to chill because we played 1-2 people. So I would chill for the first 3 days of the week. So we played, let's say Friday. We had Saturday off. I would only do weights on Sunday, and I would chill Monday, Tuesday.
Nothing?
Yeah, I would like BS in practice. But then Wednesday, Thursday, I start practicing. And I remember I used to be winning. I'm like, how am I out of shape? Now I realized that it's because I ain't going hard to practice. I said, okay, let me flip this around a little. Then all of days, I started going hard. And then Thursday is when I cut back a little bit. And then Friday had to get and then it worked out better for me. And I was like, yo, so when people look at Melo, they wonder why he starts off the season so well or why in Olympic play he's so well. Because he's training. But during the season, he's chilling. So the moves that he's executing, he's finishing over the rim and this and this. He doesn't have the legs to do it, so now he's finishing under. Now he's a step slower. People are beating that up, and, you know, he can't get no lift on a shot. I don't even think he's realized that that's what's going on. It's been sometimes he's walking up and down the court and he looks, he can't even bend over to tie his shoes. He's not mobile. He's not functional. And really and truly watching him, he doesn't realize it because he's still doing the same things. He's been doing the last summer with the same guy he's doing it with and everything. So he doesn't get it either, why his body isn't, you know? So that's weird to see that, you know, a pro doesn't understand it yet.
I think some of that could be the circle that you're with. Not necessarily him, but nobody being the big brother saying, yo, my man, you got to get in the gym.
You create your circle, though. Well, this is what he wants around him. I don't want yes men around him.
No, I'm him. I'm saying I'm
he wants, most of them want yes men around him. That's unfortunate. Because having another strong person next to you, it doesn't take away from what you do. You know, I see what you're doing. I always check in on you online, and what you're doing is dope. It's different than what I'm doing. It doesn't take away. It's room. You know what I mean? So it can be two kings sitting next to each other. It's all right. It's okay. You know, you don't have to have a whole bunch of jesters and queens and everybody around you. You can have another strong personality, because that strong personality actually is going to help you.
That's how I feel too. And that's what the whole premise of this curator thing is, basically, because there's a lot of kings out there. Like, I'm not the only basketball dude running around here.
Which is dope, I want to say. This whole idea that you got going on is dope. And I always tuned in. I saw it had time. I couldn't stand too much of time. I had to take that in increments, but you know.
That's Todd Grant for you, baby.
So.
Yes, just get up, because people got to know. Like people wouldn't know that Brandon Ingram's trainer. And I'll tell you why. But the way the media is set up now, you put something on the internet right now, and everybody assumes that to be the case. For instance, B.I. was working out in Michigan at whatever, I forgot his name. And then people start saying that's B.I.'s guy. Meanwhile, I had
a problem with that. By the way, I had a big problem with that. I had a big problem with that, and
you call B.I.?
I go to the top. I call stack. And I told him exactly how I felt. Stack is just like me. He's also a Scorpio. So in return, he told me exactly how he felt. And you know, we left it at that. But still remain brothers. But I had to let him know this is what I thought about that. You know, so I'm still around.
Yeah, you still here. That's all that meant. Because you know, that's a friend of mine calls those guys pop-up trainers. Like, you know, like a pop-up store, like they just pop up and then they leave to another store and then they go to another store. Where I think the biggest thing is just remaining consistent throughout and being a positive influence in those people's lives and players' lives, whatever the case may be. Consistency.
Well, with basketball, especially with basketball and skills, it's repetition and it's consistency. And then when it comes to physical training, it's muscle confusion. And it's, you know, it's different. So
you know, I did CrossFit a couple of 2 weeks in a row. Almost killed myself.
It's different.
Oh,
it's different.
My God.
It's different. Very different. The only thing I don't like about CrossFit is they don't take the time to teach proper form. Because they're on the clock. Quick. So that's how people get hurt. But isolated, if you isolate the exercises that you're doing, it's tough as nails. It's tough as nails.
My goal is to be at 50. I want to do the Miller. Run like a mile. Do like
no. Murph. I do the Murph like once a month.
Yo, wow.
I do the Murph like once a month. I think my best time in the Murph. The pull-ups, the push-ups. I think the best time. I think my best time in the Murph is like 45 minutes, 43 minutes. Bro. But I didn't use a 20-pound weight vest. I used a 10-pound. I was like, I don't need. I'm about to do my trying to do something. I said, I don't need the 20. But yeah, I do it like once a month.
That's one of the hardest things I've ever seen done in my life.
It's tough, and it's mental. It's mental. It's more mental than anything.
I think the
you start giving out, but you can break it down. You can break it down to 5 pull-ups. Yeah. You can break it down however you want.
Man, that's one of the hardest things in the world.
It's hard. It's tough.
How is it motivating the socialites? Because you can't use the same techniques as far as you know.
Funny enough, you can.
I need to get
Funny enough, man, because they want it. They want to be pushed. They want to be driven. Like, for example, I took one guy who was like 475, 500. I had to live with him in Louisiana. I took him down in 9 months from 475 to 240. Man, in 9 months.
That's another person.
You lost the person. He had to get resized for his rings. He couldn't lay on his back and sit up. He had to roll over to get out the bed. He couldn't bend down and put his shoes on. He had to keep his shoes loose and jam his feet in. When I was done with him, he was boxing, moving, bending down, agile, getting
You're recording this? That should have been like
I wasn't,
or something like that.
Well, it's funny because it was before my IG days, so I wasn't. I'm not into recording every day.
You've been on like ABC News or something like that.
But yeah, I took him down. No diet, just to eat a plan.
Word.
And I lived with him out there for 9 months. Took him down. I have a young lady that I'm training now. Right now I'm in a good place with the S.A.N.D program and with the clients that I have now. And I have one lady, she's like 260 something. Right now I think she's like 190. Moving. It's only been like 5 months, 6 months. Moving though, like running, active. She likes playing tennis, recreational, like she's getting it. Side to side, moving, running.
What do you think is the biggest thing that people have a misconception regarding weight loss and training?
I think they don't understand the things you can't actually eat. Because when I do an eating plan for people, I say, they read it, they're like, I can eat. And I'm like, yeah. It's just the times of the day you eat, certain things you eat helps you lean out. And then with training, they feel like they gotta be in there for hours and hours. And I don't like doing this, I mean, it's not like that. Or most people wanna just run on a treadmill. I see my friends online, they're on the Stairmaster. I'm like, yo, get off the Stairmaster, man. Go fight, go box, go do MMA, because that's still cardio. People think cardio is a treadmill or Stairmaster. It's not. Cardio is anything that raises your heart rate past the cardiovascular level.
Right.
That's cardio. You know what I mean? So that's the misconception.
That's a big one. I'm a big cardio guy because as you get older, your heart, people forget your heart is a muscle.
Yeah.
They just want to work on your biceps and triceps and all that stuff. And everybody forgets the legs and stuff.
Always forget the legs. Always forget the legs.
They always forget the legs. But I think cardio is key. And like you said, it comes in different forms. Yeah. But I equate running on a treadmill and running outside to training and then really playing.
Oh, yeah.
Treadmill is just like, you know, save you working out. You're really not doing too much.
Well, you got to do a treadmill with me.
Oh, no.
That's
I'm good.
It's a little different because I do quick
interval, 15, 20 seconds.
Interval.
And then we out.
Hills, down.
So you incline it for 13 seconds, or 20 seconds, then you drop it down?
No, incline for 30 or 60 seconds.
And I'm
uphill. Then you drop down, you do whatever, then you get back on that hill. You know, I switch it up.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to go.
Yep.
No, I'm good at that. I'll stay with my little elliptical and hooping.
Yeah, I see a bunch of my boys on the elliptical and they're showing, calories burned on the elliptical.
Yeah.
Stop it, man. Go get in the dojo, man. Learn something and burn at the same time.
Now, do you find that, like you mentioned, the socialites and regular random people, they cool with, just like you said, they're cool with you just going hard at them, like staying on top of them?
Yeah, because I'm staying on top of them, I'm not like a drill sergeant.
Right.
I'm paying attention to your body. I'm watching at what number of the rep you're breaking down, and then I tailor it. Or if I know you've been training for a while, I know what you can do. There's so many times I tell a client, yo, we're gonna do X, Y, Z, and they're like, I can't do that. I'm like, yes you can.
Yeah.
I watch it, I know you can.
Yeah.
Let's do it. And then when they do, I have a client that, she couldn't do a plank. Literally couldn't do a plank. We work out for 10 minutes. She's like, I feel like I'm gonna faint. I have problems with fainting. I always faint. So I'm like, oh, damn. Make sure my insurance is good before we go any further.
Sign right here real
now,
quick.
Word. But now, she's knocking out our workouts, and boxing and hitting and no fainting, no strong.
You probably never think about that
strong. That's another life for her now.
Think about that shit.
You know, so when you change people's lives in that way, they respond. They're like, yeah, I'm gonna train with you. You know?
No, I respect that. What makes you different than other trainers now?
I think what makes me different is what I told you. Aside from just training the body, if it's my everyday clients or if it's the skill guys, I'm in your mind. I want to create a monster here. Then it goes throughout the body.
So it's just not a repetitive drill bullshit. Like I'm
gonna make you tougher. I'm gonna make you better. And I think that's a big difference in the things that I watch people do. It's not really like that for them. They train and do this exercise, do this. So even with the skill stuff, go 15 times to that doc, go 10 times to this doc. Well, we're doing all the skills, we're doing all the drills, I'm making you stronger, but I'm also sending you quotes from Hannibal Barker. I'm letting you listen to 48 Powers of Law. I'm letting you listen to The Master. Like little inserts. I don't want to destroy you or kill you. I'm sending little passages to you. It's like little things. You keep hearing these little things every now and then, and it starts sinking in after a while, So I believe that's where I'm different.
Now you said when off camera, I asked you a question. How did you get into it? The training thing. You said you want to save it for the camera.
Yeah.
All right.
So
the floor is yours.
Okay. So the first person that I trained, anything, physical training, athlete, was Allen Houston. So I remember because I tried out for the Knicks during the lockout year, and Allen got really cool. So we always been cool since then. So it was years after he had stopped playing, and he was thinking about getting back into it, like before he went to the doctors in Phoenix. So that's when they did that miracle with Grant Hill. So he saw me, he was like, "Wow, you always look in shape, you always look strong, what you doing?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm not even playing anymore." I was like, I said, "Yo, why don't you let me train you? I heard you trying to come back, this. She was like, what do we do?" I said, "We're gonna do a lot of low impact resistance stuff." And I really was a firm believer in training in the S.A.N.D. It's the name, S.A.N.D. I said, "Yo, just come." I said, "I got you, we're gonna do some stuff." So he would drive in from Connecticut to Brooklyn. He was out in Brighton Beach doing a whole bunch of agility and different stuff.
Bands or just straight running?
No, this was before bands was popular.
Okay,
This was before all the bands and everything
old
was popular.
school.
Yeah, so we was in there, told him to wear some boots because I needed something heavy on his thing, gave him a weight vest, and we were moving. We did it for like about a month. And he was like, yo, he was getting better, but what he needed was more than that. And he even told me, he said, I have to go to Phoenix to let them work on me so I can be able to handle what you're doing. He was like, you know what I mean? But that was the first person I trained. Now I was training my son. My son he's a monster. Yeah, he's a monster. And even to today, like when I send him to these NFL training camps and everything to prepare him, he always says, yo, there's no one that trains me as hard as my dad. He said, like, when I'm working out with my dad, it's like, I can't go no more, I'm done. But when I'm training with these dudes, I'm still. So, that's cool. That's cool to, to hear and to see.
Yeah. That's a dope, that's crazy, Alan. Houston, your first, like most people start out with like little Fred or third grade. Now Fred is not ninth grade. You start out at the top and work your way down.
That was the first guy I ever trained.
That's crazy. And your time as a player, because again, people don't know that you're on the play, but who was the nicest you played
with?
With, yeah.
That's tough.
I'm gonna tag who that person is. I'm gonna tag him.
I don't think he's on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
But the best guy that I played with that was on the wing opposite of me, I think, is
Mike Campbell.
I think he, watching him and.
No, he was nice. I don't think people of our era will say that he was nice. Now, back then they wouldn't say he was nice, but now they're like, he was nice. Yeah, he was nice.
I think if it came to say, yo, if I'm going to war with anybody, and it's like, yo, you and this person, what y'all gonna do? It's going to be, that's how we.
Damn.
And we were so good together, looking across at each other from opposite wings. You know what I mean?
Y'all was a tough tandem.
So I would say Mike.
So give me your top, by position. Now this is hard. I've never asked it for anyone. In New York City area, your top 2 point guards, 2 shooting guards, 2 small forwards, all the way up.
All right. Point guard.
That's a good one.
And Stephen Smush.
Smush Parker gets Mookie'd up out of there. Okay. So
I gotta give Smush the nod on that.
Okay.
A clear mind and thinking Smush though, because when he's when he's on one, he's somebody else.
Right.
He's smash. He's not Smush. But when he's Smush, yes. When he's Smush, yes. So that would be my 2 point guards.
All right.
And then shooting guards would be Mike and Stack.
Damn. So you got a big ass team. The threes must be big as fuck.
Yeah, Mike and Stack. I go with Mike and Stack as my 2 guards. Stack was just
Stack. Come on, he's about to make the Hall of Fame. Damn.
And when he does, we gonna turn up Stack. When he does, he is gonna make the Hall of Fame soon. So Mike and Stack on my 2 guards. Small forwards. And these are just people I'm with, right?
Yeah,
I'm not in it. I'm just people that I think.
No, you're not involved.
Okay.
No.
So small forwards.
And you wouldn't be no small forward anyway.
Yeah, I was more 3-4.
3-4, yeah.
Yeah. So small forwards. Small forwards and power forwards get so lumped together sometimes.
Yeah, they do. Who was your? Let me think.
You know what? I would give one of the small forward spots to. He got hurt and it kind of ended his run before his time. But you remember Mike Hayes?
Yeah, Mike Hayes was tough.
I give it to Mike.
They had a nickname Black.
Whatever.
Black
But you know, he was also an X-Men.
Yeah. You named all these X-Men guys.
No. But listen, Mike was tough, man. Mike, when I used to watch Mike play, and that was more at the end of my rope, I used to be like, man, I wish I was on the clock so I could play against Mike. Because Mike was
he was good.
He was that player that, So Mike was tough. And then,
who's a guard y'all had that was nice? I only played like once in a while. He's always across the water. He was like not Abdul, but somebody like that. He just
he went to Lockland.
What's his real?
Young, Rich.
Yeah, young.
Yeah, but it just escaped my head. It's my man too.
Alvin Young.
Alvin Young.
Yeah.
So he went to Lockland with me.
I didn't know
He
that.
didn't even make our Lockland team.
That's who's your coach?
Bob Leckie. It was me, Sherwin Anderson, Stella Jefferson. And funny enough, he had the longest pro career.
Yeah, I know he just retired like 3 years ago.
Word. So Alvin, yeah. So
he was good.
So I would say Mike Hayes at the 3. I'm not sure who else I'll put at the small forward spot.
Your 4s are gonna be going. I want to see your 4s. I know somebody's gonna get caught out.
the fours, power forwards now, that played in our era, well, Al Harrington. I bet Al is a forward. Who's also a little brother to me. That's my family. So Al for sure, because he was shooting that long ball. He was working. And then, you know, R.I.P. my brother.
Oh, go ahead.
You know, the Fred, the
okay,
Chives.
I just want to make sure we're on the same page. I want to make sure we're on the same
Chives,
page.
I have to give it up to Strick.
Okay, all right. Woo.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Even if you had somebody better, you still had to push Strick.
Strick is with me. Strick is rolling with me. And then you know who else I would throw in at the other small forward spot that I was thinking about? Lloyd Daniels.
Sweet.
Yep. Yeah. So I'll throw Lloyd and Mike Hayes.
Okay.
Lloyd and I had a good stretch together, not only in Venezuela, but just gambling in Jersey. That's how we used to gamble. We used to play pickleball and gamble. And it would be me, Lloyd, Mike, WB, Walter Berry, the truth,
the real truth. No disrespect, Paul Pierce.
and String. And we would gamble money against other NBA and former NBA guys who play.
We're not going to put you guys in trouble right now.
We won't. Let's just say in probably a whole summer we may have lost 2 days.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was a good summer.
How much money y'all walk away with?
Good summer, fam.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And look, it was crazy because we would start playing at like 10 p.m. and go to like 3, 4 a.m. playing.
I remember hearing stories about that up in Nyack.
Yeah, we used to. That was a good summer.
I used to hear stories. But all right, who's your five?
My
Not that many fives though.
Yeah, my fives is. I don't know who I would say is a five. I don't know. Fives are shaky. I can't even just say anybody's name. Like it has to be somebody that's legit. And fives are shaky.
You had him X-Men too. Gordy for 40.
Gordy was tough at 5, but
he's a bug. Love him daily though.
Yeah, it's get your mind right. Get your mind right, Gordy.
But people forget Gordy was like better than Garnett in Minnesota for training camp.
I wouldn't say better, but he
understood.
He was there. I won't say better, but he was. Yeah.
But granted, KG was like 18.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's centers really. And then you know these guys that I named. It's not to say other people.
Right. There was some nice ones also.
Seth.
Yeah, Seth.
Ty Davis. Like it was the people that.
You had 40 on your team at United Brooklyn.
40. And 40 was on my LA the summer league team.
Oh, word?
It was me, 40, and God bless Anthony Mason. And we was out there working.
You didn't put Ant Mason in there.
No, I didn't. At power forward, because the 2 power forwards I got.
I love Strick.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. It's just also a preference of me.
Right.
It's not saying, yo, this is, at center, I don't know. Well, I'll go with that center, to tell you the truth.
I don't know any centers that was on the street ball scene and all that scenes back
then. Yeah, centers is.
So
those are my people that I'm like, yo.
When you look at basketball now, is it kind of whack?
No, I enjoy watching these kids play. I was training a young kid now who's highly ranked, Kid Musa, and thoroughly enjoyed training him. How respectful he was, how appreciative.
Yeah, he's a good kid.
He was extremely appreciative, and how hard he worked. He was able to soak up what he was doing, and he started changing and getting better. So because of him, I started now watching more of the high school scene. And then I was going to his games, and I was seeing what he was doing. And then the kids I was watching, like the New York versus New York thing, it was good. I enjoyed it. I wasn't too impressed, but I enjoyed it. No one didn't blow me out the water watching them play like, oh my God. Oh, what? Besides Musa, that kid from Brooklyn, the kid finesse kid. He went to South Shore. He has dreads. He's like 6'6". Is that his name?
Yeah.
That kid impressed me.
Yeah, he's going to prep school this year. They say he's pretty good. I've seen him twice.
That kid is impressive.
Yeah, he's good.
That kid is impressive. Like if X-Men was still rolling, he would have been an X-Men.
Like snapped him up early.
He would have been an X-Men. Like that kid. Watching him, I was like, wait, hold up.
Did he separate himself in this?
I think
you
so.
can see a clear difference between he and everyone else.
Yes. And how he not only that, but how he handled himself with it all, going crazy and with it all. Yeah, he reminded me of like us, like how we was. You know what I mean?
I like that kid.
He's tough. He's tough.
And he's calm. He's calm, one demeanor, never gets rattled.
Yep. So I like him. So he was the one besides Musa that I thought was impressive. Musa was ridiculous. Musa had the power. If he gets no better offensively, he has the power to generate so much excitement with just his defense.
And running the court.
I haven't seen anything like that. Like that much excitement. Like when he blocks shots, the excitement level goes to if someone just got dunked on.
Yeah, he has loud blocks. I never heard of that. I just made that phrase up.
Yes, and I think you should coin it because I've never seen something they say like a big man can't sell shoes, this, and this. I think he may be the exception to the rule because he's so excited.
He's loud block. I never heard of it.
Yo, one time they sent me a video clip. He sent me a video clip of a game. He had 7 blocks in a row.
Yeah.
He fell, got up with it, got it again, caught it on the backboard. Dude. So. He's impressive.
He's sick with it.
Yeah.
I think whoever's controlling him as far as working with him is doing a great job.
They are, and it's cool because they had the opportunity after I started working with them. They had the opportunity to start working with one of those Instagram trainers.
Yeah, I heard the story.
And the kid stepped up.
He said,
and was like, "Nah, I'm rolling the rock."
I heard that story.
Yeah. So you know what I mean. So that was tough. I appreciated that also, but yeah. So
I think more of the players should do that if they really were interested in getting better instead of just going like you mentioned earlier, but going with the fame. Because those people work for them. They like the agents and all those people work for them. Like they forget.
Yeah.
They're taking 3 to 4% out of your check.
Yeah,
right?
they work for you.
And they just forgetting that component, which is very important. But it is what it is.
Yep.
What do you have next? What's coming next? I know you have the S.A.N. project. Hopefully we can expand upon that next year.
I'm doing a few things that I can't even talk about right now, but it's huge.
Tell the people your nickname on the streets as far as basketball and why. And it looks square to me in the camera. I say why. What do they call you on the streets?
The Blade. Daywalker.
That's Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, the Blade and Daywalker was my name when I played ball. So
Your current client list, they knew that. They will now.
They will now, right? They will now. They call me the Blade. It was so funny when I was in that interview with the Lakers people, with the front office people. Gunner. Gunner was like, "So what's up? Do they still call you Blade?"
Word.
Out of nowhere, I said, "Oh, they already researched everything."
Word.
Yeah. He said, "Yeah, I know." And I started laughing. I said, "Sometimes, in some circles."
When I'm back home.
Yeah, some circles.
Oh, that was funny. Well, no, but we're gonna wrap up. I'm not even gonna edit any of this. I'm just gonna go straight through.
Let it ride.
Just let it ride. Just put it right on YouTube and get it popping, because in IG, of course. It was a pleasure, man. Thank you. We haven't seen each other in a long time.
Man, you're looking good, man. I like what you're doing with this. I like what you're doing with the girls.
Thank you,
dope,
man. Trying, man.
Yeah.
And obviously, I wouldn't be here if I didn't like what you were doing also.
Yes, sir.
And tell B.I., man, holla at us, man.
Yeah, right. He doesn't talk much, but you know.
He let us talk. He let us play to do the talking.
Yeah. He doesn't talk too much.
And stay away from what's that, Bourbon Street?
Stay away from a lot of stuff down there. Shit, that's #1 murder capital right in the country.
You better stay. That's Ninth Ward or some shit like that.
All of that, yeah. That's.
You better stay his ass in the room.
They in the French Quarters, B. They're the French Quarters in the arena. You do your hanging out when you get back to LA, New York, or Dallas. You in New Orleans, you stay put.
Alright, we out here, yo. Later.
Peace.
That was funny. Yeah, stay your ass in the house.
Cause that's what I'm gonna do. When I'm out there, I'm not venturing off nowhere, man.